so much trial and error with this. Hi, moon's in Scorpio. So many things are going on all at once, all right? I just jumped up and decided to do this. And then there's a message. Okay, like, I don't even know where to fucking start. First of all, it's too far away. I have to move you. Like, I want to be able to interact with you guys, so stand by while I fuck with this. Second of all, as soon as I started to do the moons, this is on members, so I'm assuming everybody knows where we're at, and I can just get to business. Can we do that? Okay. As soon as I was like, okay, time for the moons, I heard do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do. 'Cause you'll always be my baby in my room. I'm feeling this song. Why don't you know you can't escape me? Oh, 'cause you'll always be my baby in my room. It's in my head really loud. Okay. I'm feeling this song. Why don't you know you can't escape me? Which that's a little psycho. Okay. Mika, you can't get rid of me. All right. So that happened. Second, moon is in Scorpio. No, all my shit is behind here. Stand by still. We got to pull the bell closer so we don't get smoked. All right. Wait. But you know you can't escape me. All right. So the other thing I was going to say is that I got up like in a fucking, it wasn't a piss poor mood. Okay. But think about this. Hear me out. People, let's be rational. Where everyone types about how Dharma goes off on a negative rant. It's not a negative rant. All right. Listen to what I'm saying. Don't judge me. All right. I'm a whole walking spiritual earth angel. Even my jobs, when I don't do this, is healing people. Be nice to me. Okay. Where was I going with that? Okay. Moon's in Scorpio, right? So when I woke up, I was like, because I've been betrayed several times. And then I went and got my dream journal, and every fucking time the moon is in Scorpio, I wake up feeling betrayed. And so Scorpio is my 12th house, right? And so what does that mean? Think about it. If you don't know astrology, compare it to tarot. What's the Scorpio card? Tower, and also death, right? And if it's in your 12th house, what's the 12th house? I have no idea. It's the last one. It's the doozy. And also I have Saturn in Scorpio. So we're talking about lessons. So if we're talking about, like, this is how I want you to look at your chart, right? If you have a dream journal and you compare it to the moon, and for me, the dream journal is the second that I wake up, I write down like one sentence about my general like vibe. And that's pretty much, for the most part, accurate. You don't really need to be, if you're getting a macro perspective of a case study of yourself, okay, you don't need to be that detailed. You want a general vibe to see a pattern first, okay? And I notice that every single time the moon goes into Scorpio, I feel fucking betrayed. But I don't do anything about it. It's an observation, okay? It's an internal thought that I had, which means what? Science, which means what? Subconscious, which means what? Quantum physics, which means what? Probable soul contract, which is what? A lesson, which is what? The reason you fucking come here in the first place. Okay, so using my chart as an example, you got 12 Scorpio issues. I don't have daddy issues. I have Scorpio issues. Fun fact, my Saturn is in Scorpio. So maybe I do have daddy issues. Okay, Scorpio daddy issues. Saturn daddy. And 7 placements in Sagittarius. Complete and utter defiance along with the daddy issues. Okay, Saturn daddy. And 12th house, death, ending, completion, whatever, with all those endings. Which means for me, internally, the lesson is that if you feel betrayed by these people or whoever, or whatever it is, because it's a repeated pattern throughout the lifespan until you figure it out, until you figure out how to grab the pattern and take it by the balls, okay? Perhaps that's what it is, to do the letting, so if you feel betrayed, do you talk yourself out of feeling betrayed, or do you close the door on people that do the betraying? But you have to think, if you're going to do that, I mean, every single human being on the planet has the ability to betray. I don't know. I haven't got that far yet. What I'm trying to get you to do is focus on your own chart, which means start with taking a dream journal. Write down one general gist of how you feel as soon as you wake up, and then just write down also where the moon is, because moon is subconscious, Luna, whatever, it will be comparable to what happens in your subconscious. Okay. And then after a while, look back and see if you can see a pattern. And then compare that to your chart. So if you see, let's say you have your little list here of days, you went through 3 months, okay, of writing every morning how you felt and the moon next to it, and you found when the moon is in Leo, I fucking do the yelling. I don't know, something like that, right? And you're like, okay, so I've pinpointed Leo as a troublesome time. Then you go to your chart and find out where Leo is. And you're like, okay, I don't know enough about this. Like, it'd be like, okay, well, Leo is my Mars. I do the yelling in theatrical, dramatic ways because my Leo is in Mars. Okay, what's my soul contract from that? What am I supposed to learn from that? Why does this shit keep happening to me? Make sense? That's how I want you to look at your chart. I'm not sure why I went off on this rampage, but I did. So take it for what it's worth. The white dragon. Oh, darling, 'cause you'll always be my baby. But you feeling the song, why don't you know you can't escape me? Darling, 'cause you'll always be my baby. No fucking way. Oh my whole Lanta. You guys don't understand what just happened. Allow me to elucidate. Okay. I've moved around my desk just now. I didn't want to do that. I wasn't even considering doing that. But when I turned on for the moons, I zoned out to Mariah Carey and my brain went, let me rearrange my desk. Let me rearrange my desk. And somehow or other, this deck, which I have not used in years, is now in my hands. This is the Merkaba portal deck. My jaw is on the ground. Are you following me? Lionsgate, which is sometime around this time, we don't actually know, based on 8/8, that means nothing. Okay, because that date is new. It has something to do with the moon and the solar, all of the things around the time of Leo, when a sacred geometrical alignment in several energetic apexes come together and form a Merkaba. Oh my God, even the Merkaba card was on the bottom. I'm fucking freaking out. Holy synchronicity, my guys. Oh my goodness gracious. My mind is blown right now. My whole entire mind is blown right now. Bitch. I haven't used this deck in forever. I don't even know why it came off of my tarot thing. And not only is it in my hand, but the Merkaba card is the one that is shown. Holy fucking Lionsgate. It wants to speak. Like, I feel like I just got absolutely picked up by spirit. Like, bam. Let's talk about your heckin' portal. Oh my God. Merkaba activation, transcendence, ascension, you are rising up. Oh my God. Okay. Picture yourself on a boat on a river. Picture yourself. Okay. You are, I was going to flip you around and show you my portal. Picture yourself standing in front of this big ass portal. And you're standing there and you're being invited in. But only people of a particular vibration. You have to have reached a higher vibration of understanding and knowledge and elevation and goodness and paying it forwardness and togetherness and blah, all of the yay and glee to go through the door. But scroll back to the beginning when I was talking about all the Scorpio energy and the feeling of betrayal and blah, blah, blah. And I was going to school a bunch of bitches this morning. Like, let me explain to you folks what has happened here. But that's when I zoned into doing this. And it's almost like you're standing at the gate. There. You're standing at the Merkaba portal, which this is the Lion's Gate. That's what it looks like. It's the 369. It's perfect. It's the biggest portal there is. This is have you ever noticed, like, this is where shit starts for you during the year, and then May, June, July months are typically like blah, because and you lose a lot of people and things walk away, school years end, all of these things happen, these endings, and then July is absolutely chill and people really kind of do nothing. It's because I think that the level, I don't necessarily know that you get to level up all year long. I think you get to level up when the portal opens. So as long as you learn your lessons, like by Valentine's Day, you should be golden to go through. But you have to expect that during the eclipse season, it's like you have from now until the end of the lunar eclipses after Yule to deal with your soul contract. And then if you dealt with them correctly between then and the portal, everything that doesn't belong leaves. And the things that absolutely belong stays. So you're at this portal and you are invited to go through, but I just don't feel like everybody can go. I don't think they can. Speaking of portal. Okay, can we just sidebar and talk about the nest really fast? And this is going to relate to your life because I want for you to hear what I have done here. And then when it comes to your own life, I want you to do that. And then you will, you know what I'm saying? Just trust that it will work. Let's talk about the nest for a second. You have to understand, I'm being as real as fuck with you right now. Every single thing about the nest has been for those of you who don't know, where I live, I have 30 acres. on top of a mountain that overlooks like the most beautiful scenery you've ever saw in your fucking life. It looks like Rivendell, minus the waterfalls. But there's plenty of springs there. I could make waterfalls. Okay? Pure manifestation. 1,100%. Hey, Spirit, give this to me, please, and don't smite me. And I'm just going to stop, because I used to try to be like, okay, this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to go to school, and then I'm going to make this money, and then I'm going to pay this off, and then blah, 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 blah. And nothing never happened, ever. Okay? But then I kind of like hit my knees one time under the moon, right after like Lionsgate. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. I'm going to set my beaver pelt on fire. No, don't burn my beaver. Yes, I have my heater on. I don't care if it's August. Okay, so went outside, told the moon or whatever I was thinking. That's also manifestation. And I kind of hit my knees like, okay, I surrender. You know, you as in whatever it is I'm talking to, you know what I want or what I desire or what I would, if I could pick, you know what it looks like. Bring it to me. I receive and thank you. I'm ready. Thank you. My friends, this piece of property, I got a call from Bezos, who is my soul brother. And he's like, you're not going to believe this. I'm like, what? He's like, the property across the street from me came up for sale. I'm like, across the street from you, stop it. Nobody knew. There was no sign in the yard. It had been for sale via word of mouth for 5 minutes. Meaning Brandon was outside looking at my ravens, literally down there talking to the ravens, because we have a whole family of them. I'm trying to get them to come onto my side or our side, you know what I mean? But that's besides the point. And the dude who used to own the property rolled up and was complaining because he like couldn't get on the property or something like that. And he was like, it's just a problem. You know, if hey, if you know anybody that wants to buy it, no banks, just if you just somebody wants to work out a deal. And B goes, boop, 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 boop. Hey, guess what? Within 20 minutes, I went, hey, I'm interested. Did not look at the property. I did not walk on the nest. All I knew was that if I had $5,000 in cash, which let's be clear, I have no like money. I'm not like a rich person. It's just me and 4 kids. And all I do is this. I just got my tax return like the day before with child income tax credit shit. And hey, when you got 4 kids, you get money every March. Okay. The day before. And then this happened and I rolled over there and he said, if you have $5,000, you can pay me monthly and sign up on this like land trust thing. So there's a land, and they gave me a mortgage right then and there. Did not look at the property, never went on it. Couldn't even go on it then because it was under 4.5 feet of snow. Or that's probably a lot less. A lot. I don't know how many feet. It was a lot. Long story short, I couldn't go up there. I had no idea what it looked like. All I knew was that it was 30 acres, higher up, right across the street from my brother. My soul brother. It's when me and Bezos stand next to each other, it's ridiculous. We look like 2 fragments of the same person. Like we'll both look in the same direction at the same time. We look like little demons because it looks like we're the same. It's more than a twin. I think we probably are the same person and we split off somewhere. We laugh the same. It's dumb. Like 2 copies of the same whatever. And when I leave my hair alone, we have the same hair color too. It's ridiculous. My point is total manifestation, total synchronicity. Get it. And then, okay, so I had to wait for the snow to melt. I had no idea that what I bought. I had no idea. I just bought it on trust and started paying for it and had to wait like months for the snow to melt. And then I went up there and weaved all the way around and like cried the entire fucking time. And I've never been so grateful in my life. And I'm like, oh my God, there's berries, right? And the views and whatever, all on manifestation. Because I told the universe or whatever it is that listens to us, the manifestation box, you know what I want? Bring it to me with gratitude and thank you. I'm ready, thank you. And then scroll to a year later, a guy wanted firewood, and I just so happened to have a huge tree in the way that needed cut down. A giant ash tree, remember that big ash tree? Came down on trade. Now, followed the year after that, I had a friend who just so happened to have a bunch of really awesome tools and had broken up somebody's slab and didn't have anywhere to put, they just didn't have anywhere to put all that extra cement. They were going to have to pay to get rid of it. And then said, hey, by the way, I noticed that your driveway and entryway was unsafe for bigger cars to drive on. What if we pack the side of your hill with all of this safety cement and fill it in for you and do the job for free? No problem. We were going to have to pay to get rid of it anyway. I'm like, sure. Thank you. Thank you. Right? Scroll all the way forward to where we are now. These things keep happening, okay? It just keeps getting developed. I have no money. I have no nothing except for faith, I guess. And it just keeps happening and getting developed. I'm telling you this so that you will pick something in your life and understand that if you just, how do I explain how the synchronicities happened? That's all I did. Was said, okay, you know what I want. I'm ready, thank you. And I keep saying it, and I keep giving gratitude also. So don't forget to do that, because you have like spiritual folks working on your behalf, right? And now scroll up to the place where I'm like, we need a lawnmower. That's my point. When you try to pick how it works out, it doesn't work out that way. So don't even waste your time trying to pick. I was bound and fucking determined to get a lawnmower, to go up there and get it ready. Okay, that's the next project. And then I found this thing, I put it, all of this has happened. You can go and check this, okay, how the synchronicity, bing, 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 happens, okay, had the idea, told the universe, this is what I need, which is, i.e., clear these paths. Okay, I can't do anything until the paths are cleared. That's what I told the universe. And then the bossy one in me said, this is how we're going to do it. And the universe said, mm-mm. And then I was led to this random Facebook marketplace ad of a Trail Master blazer thingy. I don't fucking know what it is. Long story short, okay, because I thought we were going to need like so much money. Get this big tractor and then this trailer and like I come blazing down the road on my fucking Jeep and blah. That's what I thought we needed. Get this trailblazer thing that pulls behind you. I hook it up to the Jeep. Okay. And I'm like, oh my God, Eureka. Bitch, not 15 minutes later, Cowboy Paul texts me and he goes, you know, I have one of those. I said, what? He said, you know, I have one of those. It's been sitting out here forever. He's like, you want it? Oh my God. Don't get me wrong. It's broken. So it needs some tinkering and it needs to be fixed up and repainted and whatever. But there it is. Poof. Manifested out of thin fucking whatever. Cowboy Paul, our other local Raven, he doesn't want that. He doesn't have a field to plow. It probably just showed up and he's like, I put it over there. Didn't even think about it again. Didn't realize he was storing it for us. Oh my God. Okay, so that's the whole story of how manifestation, blah, blah, blah. So now, here we are standing at the Merkaba. I'm supposing that's now because this is some magical shit, right? I feel like I need to take a big deep breath all of a sudden. And that's probably true because when you decide to start manifesting, it comes at you in a hurry, particularly when you get in line with it and get out of the way. When you stop deciding how this shit needs to happen, it just happens. You decide the outcome, not the hows. You just look at the target and it will come to you. Particularly if you are a good person and you're elevated and the things that you are doing, you're putting in positive karma, right? I put this post up on Facebook or something like that. It said, if the words that came out of your mouth were tattooed on your body, would you still be beautiful, right? It's kind of the same thing. If your karma is good, it just feels like it comes faster when you add positive ions to a thing. It causes an increase. That's science. And right there it is. That's open. So during this time frame, maybe sit still for a minute and really think about the end game of a particular thing that you are trying to manifest. It's something that's really important to you. And then remember the little story about the nest. Dharma Jane is poor as fuck with 4 kids. But it showed up, right? You don't need to have a list of all these things that you get done before you can have your thing. If you just put it out there and surrender, it'll show up. It just will. You just don't get to decide how. And that right there is the ring dinger. Okay. Well, we went really deep into the hole with that one. I'm tired now. All right. So I'm going to get some moon ones out, but I think that more importantly than anything, you should be aware that you are being invited to walk through this gate into a land of where you will get something that you want on account of being elevated. If you are not elevated, you're about to walk into a shitstorm. That's called karma. I almost wonder if Merkaba is actually the day that karma comes to town. You know what I mean? I don't want to call it Judgment Day, but what if karma was in a body and there's this big line of people at the Merkaba gate, and karma gets to decide whether you go to the gate or go back in line based on karma. It feels like that moment is now. And for those of you who have done a good job, or at least had the best of intentions, you know what I mean? Karma's not going to judge you for trying, but blatantly being a douche canoe, okay? I don't know what to tell you. Karma doesn't need an assistant. I have no comment in one way or another. I'm not here to judge people. So that's what we get to look forward to during the Lion's Gate. Whoa. I don't know what the deal is, but all of the throwing of the cards and all of this shit is extra. My home is a sacred space full of beauty, inspiration, and protection. In my hand, there's medicine in my shadow. You could, with the candle and the sage and the whatever, you could be like prepared. Okay, so here's the thing about Zen cleaning. When you swirl around your house as a little house fairy, okay, and you move things and you tinker and you wipe things, okay, you're moving energy. You're literally moving the chi in your house. While you're thinking, okay, you're putting your thoughts into that energy. Does that make sense? Take people out of it and picture everything as like a blur of lights. And you are supposed to be this blue light, the healer, right? And you're cleaning and moving around the energy. Well, you're emitting thought energy. And as you're moving the energy around, your thoughts get moved into it, and it will turn the whole thing into a swirl. Okay. So be conscious of that. All right. When you're moving around energy in your house, and we're lighting candles and we're doing the sage, we're putting good thoughts into your space, harnessing good, blocking bad, right? And you might be doing what we were just talking about, deciding what it is that you see that you want, that's coming, and making that decision and being really, really serious about it. And just like putting your space in order, like getting rid of anything that would be in the way, getting rid of clutter, because things hold on to energy, right? So we're getting rid of things that we don't need, don't want, whatever. Being really, that's the thing about Scorpio energy, is that it's transformative. You transform the space, and I feel like you kind of push away all the debris and clutter to catch the life that you want. All right. And then there's medicine in my shadow. I think maybe for some of us, especially standing at it's like that's your choice. Do you want to go through the Merkaba and live a higher ascended life to where you behave differently and you receive differently on a higher vibing level? Or do you want to spend time with the owl in shadow and gain more insight into lower vibrations? It feels like it's your choice. Karma's standing here in the middle going, maybe you don't get to choose. Maybe your actions choose whether you deserve to go through the Merkaba or whether you have to do it again. And keeping in mind, if you're at a place where a bunch of people seem to split off all at once, that's because you're going through the gate and they're not. There are literally billions of people in the world. Never fear. Okay? Whoa. I kind of want to get out the hush tarot because it feels like being in the woods. I know I'm going to go to the nest today. I just really want to be down there. Here we go. What? Here goes my note. I have to start over. My brain went, like I just saw a whole, okay. So I was watching Sand Tarot. I love her. She's like the calmest. It would not surprise me one bit if Sand from Sand Tarot is an earth sign. She feels like an earth sign. I don't know why. Okay. Anyway, she was talking about like needing to take a pause, like a very important pause to calm down. Because especially if you got portal energy and stuff like this, when it's wide open, holy smokes. It'll come at you in a hurry. Let's consult the wad. Let's do that. 3 of Pumpkins. There it is again. Both times I saw someone being like, ho-hum. Temperance. Oh my God, I got all the same cards. There's just this air of like, maybe you are really considering during this time frame what it is that you, because we're talking about Scorpio energy is transformation. If you're trying to manifest a whole ass other life, chances are the one you got, you don't enjoy no more. But you have to be grateful still, because where you are now, a while before that, you probably prayed to be where you were then. Does that make sense? Like, I think what I'm saying is don't discount what you've already accomplished. But what I'm saying, does that make sense? Point is, someone here is being ho-hum. And it feels like, and it might be because it feels like someone comes to save the day. I don't really. They're just like here. 4 wands. It's a King of Cups. I keep saying they're coming to save the day. Yeah, 10 of Cups, Temperance. Okay, so if you're feeling like ho-hum about stuff, I don't know why you would feel like that. I have no idea why. Other than sometimes we'd be like that. Well, let's ask. I just went with this half of an apple that she has. Doesn't that look like ho-hum to you? It was like ho-hum to me. Wheel of Karma. This feels like a huge deal. I don't know what I'm saying. What did I drop on the floor? Oh my goodness. The youth. Well, this also says hormonal. So if you're feeling like weepy, that could be why. But something comes in here and corrects an issue or brings you out of your mind stuff, or you wind up with Temperance and the 10 of Cups, so like, don't freak out. Gratitude. That is my whole point. It feels kind of perfect. And there it is with that change energy. They do something for the whole collective. Feels important. You receive. What do they do for the whole collective? What's a collective, right? People around you. On a quest, relocation, abundance, getting what you want. A deep, deep, deep commitment, manifested deep desire. Okay, check it out. there's this hummingbird. I cannot believe that I forgot to tell you about this. You know, my window right here is wide open, right? It's a huge window and it's wide the fuck open and there's no screen there. I'm sitting here, minding my own business upon wake and bake, right? And I'm looking out the window and this hummingbird came and sat on my windowsill. When have you ever known a hummingbird to stop humming and birding? It just came and landed, and I'm like, and that's actually when I got the nudge to sign on here and do this thing. But hummingbird medicine is enjoyment, being present, rapid response, to be lifted out of negativity. So perhaps what you might notice in this Merkaba moment, if we keep going back and forth like this, right? This time frame is about that portal being open, and you have karma standing there, and you're either going to do it again or you're going to go through. And it feels like this masculine, you could have longer hair, they are going to, it feels like they escort you through the portal. Somehow they take you away from wherever you are. They transform your life. They open a door. It could very realistically be opening a door. They could take you and show you something, and it changes your life, and you think you're going in this direction, but really you're going in this direction. You will know by the end of this time frame whether you've gone through the portal or whether you have to do a repeat, because something in your life will change. If nothing in your life changes, you can bet your booty you're going to do it all again. So all of the hard shit that you learned this year, if you didn't actually learn it, you're going to do it again. Otherwise, you go through this portal and you're going to find out. Jupiter, expansion, Wheel of Fortune, Leo, oh my God, there's the portal. Harmony. This is all very good for most of you. I'm going to be like, dun, dun, dun. This is amazing. All right. I'm going to leave that there. I've been talking forever. I'll be back on today for a daily for sure. But until then, good luck waiting on this one. And don't forget to pick what you want your manifestation to be and really work in that direction. All right. I love you guys so much. And I will talk to you soon. Till next time. Bye-bye.